My name is, my name is, my name is Merle on the move. My name is, my name is, my name is Merle on the move. My name is, my name is, my name is Merle on the move. Hey, 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 party people. Yeah. Welcome to the show. If you want to know what I'm doing right now, I don't know if y'all can hear my mic so crispy. Right now, I'm counting pennies. I'm counting the pennies, baby. The days is numbered. The days is numbered. Welcome to the program. I am Merle on the move, baby. I'm back. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. For those that don't know, December is November, December, Thanksgiving, and Christmas is a moment in my life that I kind of take a step back sometimes. I have to be motivated sometimes. My mother's passed. My mother passed away in 2023. My big brother passed away in 2024. So these last couple years, holidays, has been a little stressful on your boy. You know what I mean? I'm a high energy person. You know, I'm upbeat. You know what I mean? I take it straight to the vein. You know, the energy, I just feed off of it. And doing Thanksgiving, you know, I'm used to my mother, talking to my mother, being around my mother, going home. I haven't been home since my brother passed. Because when I go home, that's where I go. You know what I mean? When I go home, I go to my mom's house and I go to my big brother's house. And they both passed. So, like, where do I go if I go home? To a hotel? You know what I mean? I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Well, y'all, welcome to the program. So I am back. It's a new year. You know, it's New Year's Eve, baby. This is the year in review show. Let's go with that. Yeah. We're going to do the year in review. So if you're tuning in, I'm glad you're tuning in. I'm going to give you the synopsis of the show. I was just giving you a lay of the land while I took a little step back for a while. You know, mental health is a real thing. You know, you got to deal with mental health and deal with things to keep yourself going. So make sure you check on your people sometimes, you know what I mean? But anyway, on today's show, what I'm going to talk about is the 2025 year in review, baby. 2025 year in review. That's what I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over some of the stuff that happened in the past year. You right? Speaking of things that happened in the past year, the things I'm going to talk about, we're going to talk about mainly. I want to start off about me. You know what I mean? A lot of things has happened this year, 2025. It's been a good year. You know, for me personally. Financially, growth of the show, it's been doing really great. I have some new sponsors. I got some new sponsors lined up for next year, so it's going really good there. If you don't know, the merchandise, you know, the Merle on the Move, I didn't have this in 2024. I didn't have the MOTM. I didn't have the website. I didn't have the account, the business, none of that. I didn't have any of that in 2024. I started at the end of 2024, but I got the merchandise and it started doing a lot of stuff outdoors. I'll show you guys some of that. But first off, let me show you some of the video and pictures of the studio from the beginning of the studio when I first started, because this is my biggest work. Me building this studio is the biggest thing I think I've really done, you know, far as this media thing that I do. But I'll show some pictures of how the studio first looked when I first started, and you know, the progression of the studio, and you know where it's at right now. You see what front and back, you know, because you can't see the other side right now. But if you see the videos and pictures, that's what it's looking like. You know what I mean? So shout out to that. Growth is good. Looking for bigger things. May move to another location. 2026. I may, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna get some guests. That's one thing. I can do guests anytime. You know, split screen. You know. So for some reason, people think I don't do interviews no more. Like I'm still here. You know what I mean? I see a lot of people. I seen somebody posting something on Facebook talking about looking to do podcasts, and I didn't see my name mentioned. Like, what is this? I got an audience. What's going on there? You know what I mean? You can sit down. I got room. I got mics. I got a couple mics right here. I got three mics. You know what I mean? What's going on? Anyway, I ain't gonna harp on that too much. That's just things moving forward in 2026. We'll maybe get more of that going on. See me get that going on anyway. So shout out to that. Things I do want to talk about that happened in 2026. The political spectrum. A lot of things really happen in politics, y'all know, starting off. So we're gonna kick into that. I'm gonna go over that real from the beginning, kind of towards the end where we're at right now. And plus, I'm gonna go over celebrity stuff. A lot of celebrity stuff happened, and a lot of people don't care about celebrities gossip. Y'all be watching. Y'all be all about that word, talking about it too. So, anyway, welcome to the show. This is Merle on the Move. Let's get it going. It's 2024. It's New Year's Eve, last show of 2025. Going to head into 2026. So let's go ahead and kick into. Let's start off talking about celebrity stuff right now. So let's talk about first. Let's start off with the women. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. And I'm not talking about Nicki Minaj because, she's in the headlines right now, right? But starting off the beginning of the year, y'all remember when Cardi B and Nicki Minaj was going back and forth on Twitter, on X, whatever it's called right now, X, whatever. Remember the posts they was making back and forth? Talking about each other kids? Yeah, that was wild, right? Cardi B also ain't with Offset no more. She was Stephon Diggs, had a baby in 2025 with Stephon Diggs. He's in the news right now, too. Offset dropped a couple albums. I think he dropped 2 albums in 2025, and it was dope. I still play Offset's album right now. Kiari, yeah, I'm still popping that right now. Also, other celebrities, Cardi B, I already talked about Nicki Minaj. The biggest beef everybody knows was Drake and Kendrick, right? It started off early 2025 with the diss tracks, because Kendrick responded to the Big 3 track, and he did his thing. Not like us. Hands down, the Grammys, he won Grammys for the song. Performed it at the Grammys, the song. Performed it at the Super Bowl, the song. The diss track, he performed it and got nominated and won awards across the nation. Hands down, the best diss track ever. One that it hasn't been the same for Drake since then. Ever since that happened, it's been for Drake. Ain't nothing been really going on for Drake. He's still out there. He's trying to, kind of expose him a little bit. Who else do I want to talk about as far as beefs? 50 Cent and Diddy. I guess we can talk about 50 Cent and Diddy a little bit. Do we call that beef? The documentary that 50 came out with, I mean, because, the trial was happening all 2025. Everybody was tuning in. You know what I mean? And if you don't know, 50 Cent's baby mama was witness number 2 or something like that. Was supposed to be not known who she was. We found out it was 50 Cent's baby mama. So, I mean, people don't even talk about that part no more. They talk about, 50, you know what, he should expose Diddy, woo, woo, woo. And then some people saying that, 50 Cent shouldn't have said nothing about that. You got to remember the 50 laws, or the 48 laws of power. 50, he uses that. He tried to crush his enemy. He tried to put on, 50 says that the reason why he kind of don't like Diddy is because he tried to take him shopping, which is weird in itself. That's not a reason to go in on dude like that, pause. But mess with your chick, and that's what kind of, if you watch the documentary, 50 was trying to go there, trying to say that that's what he does. He preys on his partner, his friends and partners, females. And he did it to 50. Ain't nobody talking about that. He did it to 50. He did it to 50. 2 shots at him. He did some freaky, and come on. He did some freaky, I mean, with Albie Shore's baby mama, Quincy's mama, Misa, ain't no freaky stories about her out there. His baby mama, Kim Porter, the other kids' mamas, the twins, and there's no freaky stories about her out there. But 50 Cent baby mama, there's some freaky stories about her out there. So he had every reason, I ain't say every right, 50 had every reason to come at Diddy, and he did. And then y'all ain't talking about that. How's that not defamatory? Let's go back and get that man while he's down. I'm not saying that Diddy don't deserve some of it. I'm just saying the source. It's coming from 50, and it's the reason why he's doing it. He's not just being a good guy. The biggest beef that I think that y'all said, we always, as black people, we always want to talk about each other, tear each other down. Let's always say that. But y'all don't be talking about, because y'all don't think it's interesting to talk about the white people's beefs. Because the biggest beef, That Nicki Minaj, I started with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B because that was light. I mean, I don't think it should be happening, but that's light, right? Compared to the world being, where we at in the world. And then I hit you with the other little lightweight beef, right? Who was the other one I talked about? I talked about Drake and Kendrick because that was lightweight, right? So it was Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Drake, Kendrick, and then I talked about 50 Cent and Diddy. The biggest beef of 2025. Y'all ready for this one? Elon Musk and 47. Yeah, because I ain't going to say his name because you know how YouTube be YouTubing. That was the biggest beef of 2025. Y'all know how I start off, dude gave him $250,000 or something like that. Probably I think more than that. 250 million, something like that, $250 million. I don't know what it was. He gave him a lot of money. He gave him like 250 million. That's what it was. He gave him a lot of money for that campaign. And they was best buddies, and he put him in charge of Doge. Y'all remember that? I'm going to talk about Doge here in a minute. They was partners. He was wearing the hats. He was coming to the meetings, and then he was firing people. It was all good. He was doing the same thing. We was looking like, oh, dude, he the vice president, right? Like, dude, other dude ain't really vice president is Elon Musk. And then the big, beautiful bill came out. And when the big, beautiful bill came out, it had those electric car subsidies. Same thing about health insurance I'm going to talk about too. The electric car subsidies were pulled out, pulled out. It wasn't in the bill. Just getting rid of them. And the Biden administration, they had electric car subsidies in it. They was like, if you're doing electric, we giving you all kind of tax breaks and benefits and all kind of stuff. And this big, beautiful bill, that's pulled out. So that's hurting, dude. That's hurting. Like, I gave you a lot of money to get you in office, and then you do this to hurt me across the board when my Tesla stock is already down because of the Doge things I'm doing for you. And now you do this to me. He was mad, and he came out publicly and was talking about, I'm bashing the big, beautiful bill. I'm not doing it. I'm against it. They was beefing back and forth on Twitter, on X, and all whatever it is. Yeah. And dude was like, yeah, you just mad about them subsidies. Rich people stuff. And now he kind of back, he kind of back with dude now. Because, he got to bend the knee, baby. You got to bend the knee. That administration, wow, man. I don't know what's going on there. We're going to talk about it, though. We're going to talk about it 2025. It's been the first year. I'm still talking about entertainment and stuff like that. So, that was the thing. It's the big beautiful bill that got between Trump and 47 and and Elon. That's what happened. So let's go back to it. Sports 2025 sports year in review. Eagles won the Super Bowl in 2025. They won the Super Bowl. Shout out to that. Not an Eagles fan, but my man Ice Mike from the hometown, the homie Michael Steele, big Eagles fan. So shout out to you, my man. Y'all won that Super Bowl. Who else? OKC. Who would have thunk it? The OKC Thunder, having Carmelo, having Kevin Durant, having all those players they had out there. They finally won with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And they good now. They whooping people. They good. They put that team together, and Duke can ball. Shout out to OKC. But the basketball news to me of the year of 2025 is Luka Doncic got traded to the Lakers. Did you hear what I said? Luka Magic. The Luka Magic. Luka got traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers. He got traded in February. He's been a Laker all 2025, baby. Shout out to that. Yes. That's a great move for the Lakers. You know what I mean? And we're doing all right. We ain't doing great, but we're doing all right. So shout out to that. Also in sports, the Dodgers repeated. They won back-to-back World Series champions. So shout out to them LA Dodgers. Like the Dodgers, I'm not a hater of the Dodgers. I'm a Cardinals fan all day. Don't forget that St. Louis Cardinals all day. Baseball, baby. That's my squad. But I shout out to the Dodgers. I don't hate on them. Speaking of hate, Bud Crawford. The boxing commission hated on Bud Crawford in 2025 and stripped him of his undefeated unified title. I think it was the IBF. I don't remember which sanctioned boxing sanctioning body it was. But after Bud Crawford never lost, beat Canelo Alvarez in a super fight, won like 50 million. I think Canelo got like 100 though. But beat Canelo and undisputed won because he didn't pay the fines on his belt, stripped him from it. Because of capitalism at its best. So shout out to Bud Crawford though. But speaking of boxing, y'all know what it is. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. Let's hit the horn on them. Let's hit the horn on them. Y'all seen it. If you got Netflix, y'all seen it. Y'all been waiting on this fight since little Nate, the little basketball player from the Knicks, Nate, I can't think of his last name right now. I'm gonna put it up there. Since Nate Robinson, that's his name. Since Nate Robinson lost to Jake Paul in that, corny fight, and he started beating other people, other UFC fighters that was not boxers. And then he started trying to fight real fighters, and then he stepped up to fight Mike Tyson, and everybody was like, ain't no way he gonna beat Mike Tyson. Ain't no way he gonna beat Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson training, showing them videos on social media, and he like he killed somebody. And then he gets in the ring with Jake Paul, and Mike Tyson don't do none of that stuff. He don't do none of that stuff he did in the video. And not because he couldn't, not because Jake Paul was putting it on him, he just didn't do it. He got to. Y'all don't know Tyson. Y'all don't know that man. That man's been rich forever. Mike Tyson been rich a long, long time. And his money was low, I'm sure. It's a great payday. Everybody, the paydays, and that payday was big. I'm not mad at Jake Paul. Shout out to Jake Paul. He took his thing since COVID, from fighting in his backyards. I remember seeing them YouTube backyard fights, and they was kind of gruesome. He'd fight, and other people would fight, and he was like, you know what, I can turn this into something. I kind of like doing this. He started training and trying to do it. So he got some little fighters in there with some names to get people to look at it, and people was looking at it, including me. And you know what I mean? And yeah, it ended up being not as bad. He wasn't good. He wasn't bad, though. You're like, well, if I put some time and some training in, I can get better, and maybe I can make this a real thing. And he did that. And not only did he do it for himself, he bought the light on other people. He was business smart. He's like, okay, branding. I can get some real boxers because I can get these people, these eyeballs on what I'm doing, and get some eyeballs on these other people and make it a real thing. And I got a real business. I got a platform forever. Universal generational wealth. Yeah, I ain't mad at him. He paid for it, though, because Anthony Joshua, knocked him out. 6th round in the 8th-round fight on Netflix. What was you doing, bro? What was you thinking to fight this man? He's a giant. And I've seen Ruiz or whatever beat Joshua. I think somebody else beat him too. That was flukes. Real talk. That ain't you, dude. You can't come in there and think you can beat that man. I don't think he ever thought he could beat him. I think he thought he could survive the 8 rounds. I think he feel like, if I don't get knocked out and I survive 8 rounds, it's going to look good for me. Real talk. And it would have. Because it kind of looked bad for Anthony Joshua taking it to the 6th round. People keep talking about that, even though I don't know how. Because he did what he's supposed to do. But yeah, if he'd have survived the 8 rounds, it would have looked good for Jake Paul. He could have kept fighting. He had another fight. Not him no more, but he had another fight. But it'll be a couple years before he fight again. If he fights again. Because his jaw probably going to never be the same. And if he gets hit in the face again like that, bro, I seen it. If I don't see it, look. Crazy, bro. Crazy work on that one. So shout out to Jay Paul. They got paid. Anthony Joshua was in a car wreck a couple days ago. So in Africa. So my prayers for you. I think he's okay, but some people was unalived in that accident. So my condolences to those people and their families. Let's go ahead and talk about what was going on in the world. So I told y'all that these are things in 2025. This is your review. This is things in 2025 that's going in 2026 ain't gonna be here no more. It gone, man. In 2026 ain't gone, man. All right, let's check it out. So pennies, I told y'all, pennies. I don't know if you can be able to take these. I don't know if you can see them. I don't know if you be able to take these and fill them up with the pennies and turn them in. Are they accepting them? I don't know, but they're not creating no more. A couple months ago, it's official. A couple months ago, there you go. Done making pennies. They're trying to get rid of dimes and nickels too. They want to make it all quarters. Because that's true. Because us as a society, you see pennies on the ground, you walking past them pennies. I pick them up. But in my house, it's pennies. Right now, I go upstairs in my house. It's pennies on the ground, on the floor, I'm sure somewhere in bedroom, something like that, in the car, you know. But that's us as a society. They didn't. Pennies don't mean they do, which is crazy. But as society, they don't mean much. Nickels also, you see them, but you don't see no quarter. If you see a quarter on the ground, you grabbing that quarter. I don't care who you with. You can have a pocket full of money. You walk by, you see a quarter, you might walk past that penny. You walk past a nickel even, maybe. You might, because it's hard to tell what it is sometimes. Something like it's metal. Dime, you might even walk past. But quarter, you pick that quarter up, bro. Picking that quarter up, a quarter means something. 4 quarters, dollar, quick. Pocket full of quarters, you got some money, man. But that's going away. Ain't gonna be no more quarters. Pennies. My bad. Ain't gonna be no pennies. Certain foods on SNAP 2026 is not like cookies, sugary snacks, chips. I think soda pop, all those things. I don't know what other things it's gonna be. I'm sure it's gonna be labels. Like if you're on WIC, you go to the grocery store, be a label. I'm sure it's gonna be labels that let you know this is SNAP approved or EBT approved. It's gonna be a lot of stuff that's not. So be unaware for that. So insurance subsidies. That's gone. So a lot of those Obamacare and things, Medicaid and Medicare things, you was getting a little bit cheaper or different programs. It's gonna be programs. It's not gonna be covered by these things. So now you got to come out of pocket. So that's gonna be a wrap. That's a wrap too. I think that's it. It's a few other things. But we could talk about Doge. Let's talk about Doge. The federal workers. How is all these things going on and Congress is circumvented? You know how? Because it happened before. This is just a play. They say if you don't learn from history, it will repeat itself. Everything that 47 is doing now, it's been done before. You don't have to have Congress. Congress, you can circumvent Congress, and that's what he's doing. He's not breaking any laws because he can go to court. He can go to court, and if the judges say he ain't breaking no laws, he ain't doing that. You can't stop him. And so far, every time somebody says you're breaking a law, and he goes to court, and that judge may say, "Yep, revert it," and they may revert it for a minute, but the administration, they appeal it, and it goes to another court, and that judge say, it's good. Come on over. That's how he gets away with, because he doesn't have to. He's supposed to. It's set up to where, the president doesn't set policy. The president vetoes or approves the policies, the legislation that's presented in front of him, right? Now, he can rally behind a project or a certain policy about a politician or a party, right? He can rally behind that and campaign and position, but he's not the one that's supposed to be saying, this is what we're going to do, and go do it. That's what he's doing. He's saying, you know what? We're going to do this. It was his idea to get rid of the pennies. Obama could have got rid of pennies a long time ago. I think in 2012 we talked about it. But it was like Congress has to approve it. It has to be an act of Congress to approve getting rid of the pennies. So instead of me fighting that fight, it's other things I'd rather present Congress to do. It's other bigger things important things we can do besides getting rid of the penny right now. Even though it costs more to make a penny, we're losing money making pennies, a lot of money. Here's a video if you want to check it out. Losing a lot of money, but ain't got the time. But I can't do it myself. I got to go through Congress. 47 like, nah. Yeah. I'll do it myself. I don't need, you said I don't need them? You said I should go through them, but I don't have to? All right, cool. Let's get this done. What else can I do? I can do a lot of stuff like that. I don't have to go through Congress. I don't have to go through the Senate. I should, though. It's going to look bad, but I'm cool. I'm doing my way. We'll see how it goes. If this goes good, we're going to keep on going down that train until they stop us. And he been doing it. He been going down that train. 47 going down that train. He wired up, bro. Y'all tripping, man. Y'all let him do it. Y'all let him do it. You can't say Congress is the Senate can stop him, because they're our constituents. We're the ones. Remember, they represent us in our cities and our states and our towns. Them people up in Washington. It ain't us personally. We can't say, hey, 47, stop it. 47, you don't stop, we're going to get you out of there. We're going to impeach you, 47, if you don't stop that. We can't personally, people, we can't go out and do that. We can go to the people we send to Washington and tell them, hey, if you don't stop him, we're going to get you out of there. That's what you can do. Ain't nobody doing that, though. Too busy on TikTok, which is going to be owned by an American company, I heard, too. The news companies, that's scary right now. Check this out. So news companies, the big news companies, 4 big news companies in the Des Moines area that I live in right now is owned by these 4 big conglomerates. I'm going to put them up right here. These are the companies. The screenshot right there. Check it out. Those companies right there, they own most of the media in the country. Now, if you check fascism back in the Nazi days, that's how they took it over. Because they can control the narrative. They can tell you what you should do and what you shouldn't do. They can control what's being put out there. It's information. If you control the information, you control the world. They knows that. And this is the information age. Everybody's. Back in the day, you had to go to the Wikipedia, Encyclopedia thing at the library to find a lot of stuff, history and stuff. Now it's right here. So if you control the information, you can control the people. Because everybody in their car looking at their phone. Everybody walking in the mall looking at their phone. Everybody walking in the stores looking at their phone. Everybody walking down the street, jogging, whatever. They got a phone on them, listening to music. They listen to information. And if you listen to podcasts, whatever, it's got commercials, it's got ads. Money. Capitalist society. Don't get it twisted. It's 2025. Countdown right now. It's almost 2026. The next time you see Merle in a movie, next year, baby. Tune in. Check this episode out. Year in review. Here's some more clips of the Merle on the Move show. I appreciate everybody. Don't forget, MerleOnTheMove.com. Still active. Still jumping. The gear. You know what I mean? Like I said, 2026. New sponsorship coming in. You know what I mean? Gonna keep on being out there with the people, promoting good information. Hope you like the show. I try to keep it entertaining. I try to keep it informative, though, not just a bunch of jib jab. Try to get some information here. It's Merle on the Move. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay please. Hey, be a good human. Put humans first. Check it out. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend. Peace. Save your pennies.